I'm Terry, and this is Tea with Terry, where we talk about thoughts, emotions, and actions. And today we're going to focus on an action. And this action is going to help you increase your overall health by focusing on your microbiome, your gut. So we know that our gut is responsible for sending those feel-good chemicals up to our brain. It's responsible for warding off pathogens if we eat something so we don't get sick. And so having the health of our gut as a priority is very important. And so I want you now to put your hand on your gut. Okay, if you're like most of us, you probably put your hand on your stomach, which is, somewhere near your belly button. But actually, our gut encompasses all of our digestive organs. Our liver, our pancreas, our stomach, our colon, all of our digestive organs, not just our stomach. So we want to make sure that we are digesting well and that we are prioritizing gut health. So when we think about gut health, we think about the good bugs and the bad bugs. And we have both in our gut, in our microbiome. And that is just the way that our gut microbiome makeup is. And it's fine to have some bad bugs, but we want to make sure that the bad bugs, the bad parts of the microbiome, they don't get the upper hand, that we actually are on the balance is tipped toward having the good microbiome or the good bugs in our microbiome, because that's the ways that if something happens and we catch a little flu bug, or we're exposed to some food, we eat something that might throw our microbiome off track, we can handle it because we have more of the good bugs in our microbiome than the bad bugs. But with our modern American diet and our lifestyle, the bad bugs can get the upper hand easily. Things like lack of sleep, excess sugar, fighting an infection, drinking alcohol, all of these things can decrease the overall health of our gut. And we can start to see more of the bad bugs, they can start to get the upper hand. And so you may be familiar with probiotics. Maybe you take a probiotic supplement. Maybe you've taken probiotics after a course of antibiotics. And so we see probiotics is naturally in things like kefir and yogurt. And so we know we need probiotics for the health of our gut. But how do we get access and more probiotics into our gut? We have something called prebiotics. And so prebiotics are actually the precursor to those probiotics. And how do we get prebiotics? So I'm going to introduce you to 2 actions to increase your overall gut health. And that is by focusing on our prebiotics. And so this is fiber and variety. So let's talk about variety first. So most of us in our modern culture only eat about 12 to 15 different foods every week. So if you think about it right now, and you might even take this action and write down the variety of food that you eat. Perhaps you'll say, well, I eat berries, and I eat oatmeal, and I eat eggs, and I eat chicken, and I eat potatoes. You're probably going to be somewhere around 12 to 15 different foods a week, maybe even less. I want to invite you to add 1 or 2 new foods to the rotation this week. That alone is going to help with those prebiotics and eventually help with your microbiome and your overall health. So one of the simple things we can do is add more variety. The second thing we want to focus on is fiber, and fiber in the form of fruits and vegetables, natural fibers. This is why when we go to one of those juice restaurants or stores in California, we have Jamba Juice. The juice is delicious, but it's juiced. It's not blended, and all of the fiber is removed. And so we want to get back to eating more fiber. This is why having an orange is going to have so much more fiber than drinking orange juice. So adding in more fiber in the form of fruits and vegetables is a really helpful way to increase the overall amount of prebiotics that make the probiotics that increase those good bugs in your microbiome and help us sleep better, help us fight off infection, help us keep the integrity in the structure of our gut. And all of that is going to help us feel better overall. All right, well, that's your tip for today. Take an action by adding more variety and more fiber to your diet this week. I'll see you next time.